If you ever tried to connect two tables in Airtable and just turned around to find that your data became a big tangled web in the background, well, you've come to the right place. In this video, we're going to fix that problem in about 5 minutes. By the end, you'll know exactly when you need a third table for your linked relationships and where the tricky fields will go to solve your data problems. We build Airtable systems for our clients every week, and this specific problem is the #1 thing that we see when our clients have started building the databases themselves without really understanding proper table linking. So if you're ready to unlock the next level of database building, stick around and let's get into it. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Gareth and this is Gap Consulting. And it's our mission here to help you unlock the full potential of no-code tools, Airtable being the forefront of the tools in our stack. Now, as we're going along here, we're going to kick off with a little bit of theory or concept, and then we're going to jump right into the actual building in Airtable to make it all tie together so that this really sticks. So feel free to follow along with me in your Airtable account, set up a database just for this example or this test so that you can practice this actual linking. Doing this is really going to help it click, so be sure to go through the steps if you want to really master this function. All right, let's start out with a super simple concept of a one-to-many relationship. This is a common link that you'll build. And for our example, again, we're just talking through the concept. We're going to have, let's say, clients and orders. Now, when a client puts in an order, it's one client to every order, but a client can, over time, put in several orders with a company. So this is called a one-to-many relationship. One client to one order, but many orders to one client. One to many. Airtable handles this very, very easily. It's a simple link between the orders table and the contacts or clients table. Just push them together and make sure you have the one-to-many established. But here's the trap. This does not work for more complicated relationships. Let's take the example of orders to products. How does this work? You're a company that sells a certain number of products, and each product can appear in multiple orders, and orders can consist of multiple products. So you might initially think that you need a many-to-many relationship. But before you go to build that direct link between orders and products, ask yourself this one question. Can both sides have many of each other? If yes, you need a third table, as in this example. The reason here is because you're going to collect information that does not belong at the product level nor at the order level. The information that you'll collect is going to live at the combination level, the combination between the product and the order. This is why we need to build a third table to capture not only the linked relationship between these two different objects, but also so that we can record the information that is unique to the combination of order and product in our example. Let's dive right into our Airtable base and take a look first at how not to do it. So you have orders here and you have products. And as you can see, I have this information pretty barren. I've got product names and a product price and an orders table with 2 different orders here. Let's link these two the wrong way. If we just build a linked relationship, we would link to another record, select products. We would say allow multiple because we've already identified an order has many products and products has many orders. So this direct relationship, although not correct, might make sense at first. Once we start adding information here, though, you're going to see that things start to fall apart. We've linked the 2 tables. So the inverse relationship of the link exists. Orders links to products, products links to orders. Now, if we connect an order here, let's say order Z, and then again here, the problem is we don't have a place where we get to say the quantity of a product on a particular order. This is the information that lives at the combination level. The combination level doesn't yet exist because we haven't built it. It's the third table that we need to unlock. So let's rewind the clock here and go back to our basic tables, orders and products, and let's build a third table for the combination. Now, for our particular example, we're going to keep it super simple. Build a third table, start from scratch, and we're just going to call it orders plus products. Now, we'll save this up, and we're going to get rid of all of the other fields that were created by default. Now, here are the rules of the third table. Sometimes you'll also see this called a junction table or a join table. We are going to connect this table, because it's the combo table, to both orders and products. And each time it connects to those things, it's only going to connect one time. So first, let's get orders going. Link to orders one time per record. And similarly, link to products one time per record. Create both of those links. Now on the other side, because a linked relationship always has two sides, we're going to see that the products also links to the join table, and the orders also links as well. So here back in our third table, let's imagine a scenario where we have order Z, and on order Z, there are 3 different products that were included on the order. So we have product A, we have product B, and we have product C. So on the order, we can see that these 3 different products were now ordered, but because we built the third layer, the third table, we now have room to collect the information that is specific to this unique combination of order Z and each of the different products. So we can bring a field into our combination table, and let's call it quantity, for example. This will be a number field type, of course. And we will set it to just be integers, create the field. And here we can say there was only one of product A, there were 3 product Bs, and maybe 8 on C. So this, again, is the specific quantity for this product on this specific order. And because we have the linked relationships to both of these other tables, we can inherit information about either of these properties. In this case, we might want to know what is the price for the products. We can look this up. It's coming from the products table, and we can see clearly the different prices. And then, because we have quantities living here in this particular table, we can do the math with a formula to say the line item total. And this, of course, will be the price from the products multiplied by the quantity. And we can format that to be in currency and create that field. So right there, we've created for ourselves the ability to calculate the line item totals inside of our orders plus products third table. This allows us to then roll up the total of these 100 plus 600 plus 2400 to the order. So now we have all of the information flowing correctly in our database. Let's keep going a little bit deeper now that we have this third table built, and show how having it correctly in the right place will allow us to get the information we need throughout the other parts of our process. So let's take it a step further by going into the orders table now, and we can use that rollup. So as I mentioned, we can bring in the total of the line items. So here we can go find the line item total, perform a sum on those, and make sure to update that or format that as currency and create the field. So there's the 3100 that we were talking about for order Z. Now, similarly, because of this relationship, we can look at accounts. So we might want to know how many different line items did we have? And of course, in our case, we have 3 for order Z, but let's go ahead and count these anyhow, just to showcase this. And we can see at a glance now, order Z, 3 line items, 3100 is the total. We have all the information that we need in our database flowing correctly because we built the third table for the linked relationship. Let's go ahead and build out order Y so that we can see how it does not result in a duplication of information. Nothing is going to get messy on the back end. And just to make it extra clear, I'm going to actually group the entire view here by the orders so that we can see them kind of bunched up. So let's come down and add a new order here. And this time I will add to order Y. And this might only have two products, product A and product B. This time we might have a quantity of 5 on each of these. Notice that the quantity here is completely independent for the product and order combination. We don't have to worry about entering a quantity at the product level or at the order level. It's done here at the combination level because the data is specific to the combination of variables. And just like that, when we go back to our orders table, we're going to see the total already here, the line item count already here. Everything is flowing through as we would expect. Now, one closing thought on setting up your third table. Just a little hack that I've adopted over the years is coming up with this name right here. This name is to be unique or as unique as possible. And the way that we can make it unique for our combination table is by combining in the name the order and the product. Because each record in this table is a unique record that is unique to that exact combination. So in order to do this, spin up a quick formula, run a concatenate, and simply combine the order's name, and then I like to do a little comma dash here, and then bring in the products. Close out your parentheses, save it up, and this name, for the most part is cosmetic, but it gives us the ability to see what that unique combination is, and it's just a combination of the order and product in our example. Now, this type of third table belongs to all kinds of relationships. It exists with rates, it exists with purchase orders, with invoice line items. You're going to see it over and over again when you're building in Airtable. Whenever you're stuck, just go back to the rule of the extra table. If both tables in your link can have many of each other, there's a good chance you want to bring in a third table just like this. When you do, be sure to add any of the data that is unique to the combination in that third table, just like we did here with the quantity and then the line item total calculation. It may feel like more work up front, but believe me, if you build it correctly in the first place, it's going to make a better, more scalable system for you in the future. And on that note, if you're looking for a structure that scales, well, that's the kind of thing that we build for our clients every day. Swing by our website. The link is in the description. We have tons of resources available for you, some paid and some free. And if you're looking for more Airtable fundamentals done the right way, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. That's it for this one. Most important thing, my friends, keep on building.